by my count, the guys were 0 for 16 with runners on base until Jake came up in the ninth inning. Winfield 2 for 17.
Just the ability for him to land on something and keep the inning going. Because obviously he probably wasn't going to end the game with one swing. So just to be able to keep the line moving and get Simon up there with the runner swings. Buck Lee did a good job on that read too. As soon as that ball was hit 2 outs, got to know where the outfield was. Pressed him. 13 different ways you can score from third, but you can't. And all of a sudden maybe it's the threat of a guy being 90 feet away, right? You got to elevate your pitches a little bit because you don't want him going to the backstop or what have you. And I thought Coach Ullman had those guys prepared well to have this guy's repertoire. He's kind of a change-up guy. Left something up, so I stayed over it. But yeah, it was kind of a weekend of 2 days worth of a lot of guys on base, not a lot of come through. In games like this, I think what's most important is just like the opportunities that we have. It's just like we had a runner at third base. I think it was in the third. We went picket fence, and then we got a runner stand here with the third with nobody out. We take a fastball away for strike 3 and look at him, then we tap one to the third baseman. We got green contact on, so we're close to the plate, but that run right there is the difference in the game, right? Those 2 hours, just all of a sudden they're still chasing one.
That was a gut punch, obviously, in the top of the ninth inning. What does it say that the guys responded right away to make it?
Yeah, it says a lot, and I think they just were convicted to know that they have the hammer, we call it, it's the last at bat, it's the hammer, and so they did that. It's a game of momentum, so they certainly tugged on the rope and grabbed it. We pulled back, so it was a good job.
How important was it to win this series?
Oh, geez. I mean, ultimately important, I don't even feel like we're 16-8, just kind of the ebbs and the flows a little bit, but I would rather be 16-8 with those kinds of ebbs and flows feelings than 8-16. And so I think that we can clean some stuff up and get going offensively a little bit, then I think we'll have a chance. But it's all going to come down to timely hitting, getting guys on base, and we're going to continue to have to get good pitching, which I thought we did all weekend.
You mentioned the Prairies with that. Obviously, you weren't expecting him to have to hit when he came in as a defensive replacement, so that was a lot of pressure on him in that situation.
No doubt, and I'm sure he's probably up there, squeezed the bat maybe a little bit tighter than normal, right? I mean, I think we all would. It's just human instinct, when you're struggling a little bit off the start of the gate, and, you're not getting a ton of, just consistent at-bats, He gets them right now when we can get him in the game, and then certainly gets him in moments like that where we place him in there for defense, and then when the other team ties it or takes the lead, then his turn's going to come up, so we're going to need him to keep doing his thing.
So the one thing we hadn't seen from Massey was longevity. He gave you that in spades today. How much is that a step forward?
Yeah, that was just awesome. In a day like this, we always talk about the game has to talk to you, and the way it was going offensively for both teams, there's going to be a pitcher to him, and for him to take it in through 8 and have a 2-run lead, it's huge. And I thought he was efficient too. It wasn't like it was 8 innings and 120 pitches. I thought he did a good job of managing his pitches per inning, and allowed him just to kind of keep doing those up downs. And so big start by a true freshman, that's for sure.
Ethan Groff has 2 pinch hit doubles the past 2 days. Good sign. His health, or still being cautious with him?
Yeah, obviously a little bit we are, because we're not starting at 1, right? And then our best offensive player. So trying to be very careful with his knee and his health. The objective this week was to try to give him some off your feet moments, and rest. And he's getting better, obviously, because we're inserting him to the game. It wouldn't, affect his health in any way that would hurt him. But as soon as he gets a hit, we take him off the base, and so you can kind of see. So I think, what he was able to do this week and this weekend with some of that rest, and just not standing on his feet, running around and diving for balls in the outfield on the bases, I think hopefully that'll be good for him starting as early, hopefully as early as Tuesday, because you can tell we're certainly missing him. And, Luis came up sick before the game too, so all of a sudden, 2 of our top offensive players aren't present in this lineup, and that changes a lot of things. And so that's another thing I'm proud of the kids. sometimes your best player's not in there. You got to try to find ways to win. When a couple of your best offensive players are in there, somebody's got to step up. We got to try to win no matter what, you know.